In this video, let's take a look at the arc tools. Now in SketchUp 2015, there are a few additional arc tools. If you've used previous versions of SketchUp, you may be used to this one here, which is the 2-point arc. Let's go ahead and start with that. And it's a 3-click process. So the first click is one corner, the second click is the opposite corner, and then the third click determines the bulge, or in this case, the radius. So I could either click or type in a value. Now I typically use this in cases where I have maybe a fillet or a corner. So if we draw a rectangle here and then use the 2-point arc tool, you'll see I can draw a curve out in this position. If you also draw within a space, you'll see that magenta color there. And that lets us know that we're tangent to both edges. And then I can simply double click, and it not only draws that, but also cuts that edge. And that's a nice little feature that's actually new in this version of SketchUp. Before, you'd have to draw it and then erase the outer two lines. Now, another thing to note on an existing arc is you can double click to set it in place instead of making it a 3-click. And keeping this as a cyan color, that keeps it tangent at the vertex. So that gives you nice transitions from arc to arc. Now the other arc tools that you have are the actual just regular arc tool. This is a 3-click process, but the first click is our center point. The second click is the first arc point, and then the third click is the angle. Now what I don't like about this arc tool is it's really hard to find then where your center point was. The only way to really find it is if you hover over your arc and then hover your cursor back down. That's easier when you don't have a lot of geometry. It's a little bit more difficult when you have a lot of complex geometry within your model. So you can use the pie tool, which is the same click procedure, but in this case, it leaves the endpoint here and it actually creates the surface. So it creates your little pizza slice. So the pie tool and the regular arc tool, those were actually new in SketchUp 2014. So they are brought back in with 15. And new to SketchUp 2015 is the 3-point arc. So this is good when you're doing maybe wire diagrams. It makes it a 3-click. So you click once for the endpoint, once for the radius, and again, it kind of figures out the middle of those two. And it gives you nice, clean curves. So there are the arc tools. Again, a lot of different ways that you can use them. So go ahead and experiment with a couple of the arc tools here in SketchUp.